I am majoring in human services. I want to work for DHS and work with foster care and foster kids and that whole department. I'm hoping to be a caseworker so I can really work one-on-one with kids.
I am currently attending Pacific University as a fifth year studying music education with a psychology minor. My career path is being a choral music director and hopefully teaching middle school to high school.
I am a senior at Willamette University, but I'm also participating in our 3-2 dual degree program. So I'm a first year at the grad school for business. I am planning to pursue a career in the film and entertainment industry, but I was also an economics major. So I'm technically not graduated yet, but I finished all of those requirements. Growing up, I wanted to be a lawyer like my aunt. She really stood out in my family, and I think I saw a lot of the praise she was getting from everyone. So I was like, I want to be like her. So I was like, I want to be a lawyer. And then kind of as I was going through my education, I knew that wasn't really for me.
Going into my senior year of high school, I was like, I'm not really sure what I wanted to do, either like PT or music. And so I kind of followed where I began in high school, is going with music.
I also thought about teaching. When I first entered college, I started with an HDFS class, Human Development, and I just talked a lot about teaching kids. And the introduction class, it was just a lot about like, you can do this, you can do that. So I was kind of like, fall term, I thought I was like set on human services, and I was like, well, what about teaching? So then I took another class that kind of linked me in that direction, and then I kind of went back to human services. I'm like, no, I want to stick here. I really like it here. I really like being able to be like a light and help out kids that are struggling. And so I knew I always wanted to work with kids though. So I feel like no matter what career I kind of chose, it always seemed to lead back to like working with kids.
I got into music in my freshman year of high school, and I really loved the choral director. He was a really fantastic mentor and teacher, and so I really kind of inspired to be like him. Along with I was a part of other activities as well, like football and theater and stuff like that. So I had really good mentors and really good teachers. And so I really thought, okay, maybe I want to do something with teaching or some sort of coaching. And I really loved music. Going into my junior and senior year, I was a club president for our choir. And so I really took on the leadership role, and I was like, all right, let's see what kind of music I want to go teach. And I really I worked a little bit with the choir as the president. And so I really fell in love with conducting and practicing and rehearsing music with ensembles.
I started applying to internships, and I have a lot of family down in Southern California, and I love the sun. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna apply to a bunch of places down there and see what I could get. So I had a connection at MGM Studios, had an internship there this past summer. That kind of helped me decide that I want to go into film. Really love movies, always have. So I wasn't really sure that I could make a career out of that. It seemed way too far out of reach, but if you just apply, I think internships are the best way, and networking is the best way to kind of figure. So an internship is basically like an entry level jobs exist that aren't internships, but I kind of consider it to be a similar idea where you're kind of getting your feet wet, kind of exploring whatever industry that internship may be for. So I was in film and entertainment, and I really just learned. I shadowed almost every boss in my department, or I guess manager in my department, so I could kind of see what they do. And they assigned me little projects here and there, and then it kind of gets a little bit harder as you get comfortable. So it's just really to learn, and there's paid and unpaid, and so there's just different. It really depends what company you're working for. But
so this year, I'm student teaching. So the school helped me find the school they gave me a survey and was like, what kind of distance do you have? Do you have a preference of distance? Do you have a preference of school level? And then in the spring, they also did a little workshop, or a little it's like speed dating, but over Zoom, where we as like candidates met with a lot of different administration staff or teachers from different schools and different districts. And we just kind of got to mingle, talk about what their school is like. And like kind of, for me, it was like, what kind of music program do you have? And so that kind of helped me find the place where I'm at right now. But before that, they also included a low cost program for choir they established at the school. And so they kind of bring in all sorts of people from K-12, and I was able to teach 4 through 12 for the past 2 years before my student teaching.
I'm on the student leadership council at my school. I'm one of the event planners, so I help plan all the events. I'm usually at all of the charities, the fundraisers. It's been really fun because a lot of the events I get to choose. So we get a lot of opportunities to like go and see different people and bring them to our college to talk about our majors. So that's been really fun. I actually get to go to a big conference in Spokane, Washington, where we get to see people about our different degrees and bring them into our college to talk about it. So that's been one way that's been like so cool to kind of just like see a glimpse into like what some people in my major are getting to do like several years down the road. And then I'm also applying for an internship with DHS right now, which my advisor at my college told me about, just to kind of like shadow caseworkers and just really see like a day in their life and a day in their work to see what I would be doing. I feel like I built so many like leadership skills and people skills, and like even just also out of the whole 2 years that I've been going here, I've not had a single in-person class yet. So I've never been in person yet. So I also like to say that I have to be like a technology whiz now. But I feel like a lot of those leadership skills like will literally take me anywhere I want, even if I switch careers too.
I have taken 8 classes each semester. So I've really had to work on time management. And I will say that's one of my biggest things, and just like trying to stay calm and like not let like little things or like things that like are a roadblock really affect me for an entire day. So I would say those 2 things are big things that I'm taking away from college.
I'd say critical thinking and problem solving skills are super important for whatever career path you would take. And I think it started right when I got here. We originally didn't have a business major. I didn't really want to do communications. That was kind of it for, kind of a field I think that would be applicable for me. We now have a business major, of course, as I'm a senior. But yeah, so then I was like, all right, let me think this through. I sat down with the catalog and I read the courses, and I was like, all right, I'm going to go into economics. I think it'll be helpful later. And I think, so that was originally something I had to kind of decipher on my own. And I think as far as critical thinking and problem solving skills go, our liberal arts education that we have here is so pinpointed to give you the most well-rounded education you can have. And that I had to take a biology class. If you know me, it's not my thing. You're gonna have to face things like that where you're not necessarily super interested in and you're not necessarily naturally good at, but you have to get through it. You have to, and that's kind of life. And I think being here has kind of taught me a lot of that. I would say take classes from as many different departments as you can. I know bigger universities, I'm not sure if that would be a little bit more difficult, but as far as our little liberal arts school here in Salem goes, I think it was really easy to kind of dabble in each major and department, because I originally, when I was beginning high school, I was like, I know what I'm gonna do. And then even taking different classes in high school kind of helped me figure out that I don't want to do exactly what I thought. And now being in college, now finally knowing exactly what I want to do, I think that was partially shaped from taking classes from an array of different departments and like a wide assortment classes that we offered here. So I'd say just you're not as unsure as you think, and you're not as sure as you think. I think definitely give it some time. Your first 2 years, or at least first year, are for you to kind of explore college itself.
Your first year of college, you just want to kind of explore. The whole point of being here at college is you're trying to find out about yourself, about your ideas. And so whether you're unsure or you're sure about what you want to do, especially at a liberal arts college, you have a lot of opportunity to explore outside of your major and to explore other subjects and find maybe little things that will change your perspective or change even your degree. Or just change your career path, or even add on to what you might want to do. For instance, I wanted to just teach middle school and high school, but after being in my 5th year of college, I really love university work. So like my future far into the plan is being a university professor. So you never know what's gonna really happen in your time at college. You never know what you're gonna find. So go out and explore.